This is Rama screen at the LA Film Festival 2017 with one of the most beautiful women on earth. Pearl, how you doing?
Stop it! Thank you so much. I'm
Big fan of Quantico.
Great.
So, congratulations on the film. I've seen it. It's very fun, very enjoyable, romantic comedy kind of thing.
You better not like write other things tomorrow. I've seen how like brutal those reviews can be. So I'm hoping that you mean it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the film, so I'm very nervous because I think most actresses, I'm not sure, but I really struggle watching myself in front of other people. More that than anything else. I've been told my performance was really great, so I can only hope so. I only saw bits and pieces when I was doing ADR, so and that looked really great, and I'm excited.
Without spoiling things away for my fans, you've gone through some sensual scenes in this film. How did Kagiso provide that comfortable environment for you to perform that?
So back in South Africa, there was a big headline story that I made everybody else take off their clothes.
Oh.
And I was just taking chances, I just wanted to see, because I heard another big Hollywood actress did that once. She made everybody else go naked when she went naked so everybody could feel what it feels like.
Oh.
So I thought, let me just see if they'll do it. And they actually did it. Everybody was in their underpants. So I felt really great. The other actor was fantastic in the scene as well. And I just never felt uncomfortable. It wasn't difficult. Kagiso directed us quite a bit on like, okay, so touch there, look there, make this face, make this sound, which was really helpful because then you don't have to think or lead the other actor to think that you're very excited to be stroking and touching them. Yeah.
Now, I want to ask you also about the theme itself. What is this movie trying to say about romance and love?
I think especially right now, South Africa is a very interesting time. I think any time in any place is interesting, but particularly right now, South Africa has gone through some very dramatic changes. Black people are allowed to be part of the middle class, and I think film specifically always delves into previous stories or stories about extreme poverty, stories that are very deep and very much touching, but they never go into kind of what could be seen as the more frivolous problems of being in the middle class and dealing with relationships as much as they've changed and how people have changed in our country. So I think it's a very different perspective to see people's lives in South Africa, especially young black middle class people in our country, and how they interact with other races, of course, but mainly just how they interact with each other and how they're dealing with relationships, because it's definitely not the same way that relationships were dealt with like 20 years ago.
So is it fair to say also that, hey, couples, make sure that your relationship doesn't get boring?
Doesn't get boring. Don't be insecure. Trust each other. I think it gives a message of trust and appreciate each other. More than anything, and I'm sure everybody knows this, but listening to each other, because my character Sam would say a lot of things to his character. He would say a lot, and they weren't listening to each other. And that things can change in a relationship. The tempo can change, the rhythm can change, and you've got to try to carry on dancing with each other in a way that is enjoyable to both parties, no matter what type of music they're dancing to in their individual spaces at the time. I think. Am I making sense?
You are.
Oh, okay. I feel like I went on and on.
I can't let you go without asking for my Quantico fans. What's coming up next for us, and can you spill some beans?
Well, just keep watching. There's always going to be drama and incredibly interesting twists. There's a new person in charge, so the writing could go either way. And even if I want to. I really, really want to. But I've signed lots of contracts and I want to take care of my bank account, guys, as much as you do. Just keep watching the show. It's really, really fantastic. And I know that you're going to enjoy what's coming up next. Hi, I'm Pearl Thusi, the real Black Pearl. And you are watching Rama Screen.